So what's at stake here for Mr. Musk? Why don't we start with that? Because we've talked a lot about this trial. He's obviously the most consequential businessman on the planet, so we cover him closely. But what could actually happen here for him?
I just want to start by noting that it is incredibly rare for federal securities class action cases to make it this far, to make it to trial. I think dating back to 1996, only about 24 cases out of the thousands and thousands of federal securities class action cases have made it to trial. And I think that speaks to the risk that defendants face when they make it this far. Usually, these cases are either dismissed by the court or the parties settle, and for good reason. So the stakes are high for Mr. Musk here.
In what way? I mean, in other words, if he is found guilty, so to speak, what happens?
Right. So just to reset, as you discussed in the last hour, this case concerns a well-publicized incident in August 2018. He issued a series of tweets indicating his intent to take Tesla private at $420 a share. He said that funding had been secured and investor support had been confirmed. It was later revealed, largely by a New York Times article that was published on August 17th, 2018, that this wasn't true. Mr. Musk argues that he had some conversations with the Saudi Arabian Sovereign Wealth Fund. But it was pretty clear, based on the evidence that subsequently come out, nothing had progressed to the point where he'd actually secured the funding to take Tesla private. This got him into hot water with the SEC. There was a well-publicized settlement with the SEC.
Stepped down as the company's chairman.
Yes, and he ended up having to pay a $20 million penalty. Tesla as well paid a $20 million penalty. And the SEC actually took away his right to tweet extemporaneously. He had to pre-clear his tweets with the company. So simultaneously, around the same time, a group of investors filed this federal securities class action in San Francisco, which is just now making its way to trial.
So the fact that this is one of those exceedingly rare cases to actually make it into a courtroom and in front of a jury right now, what does that say about what we know about the case so far and the strength of the case, whether you are Elon Musk and Team Tesla, or whether you are the investors that are looking to be made whole based off of these tweets?
Well, an important point to know is that Judge Chen, who's presiding over this case, ruled last summer that the tweets that he made were actually false when made, and critically that Mr. Musk was reckless in making them. So in other words, he should have known that they were false when he actually issued them. So right off the bat, he's operating from a hole. He's operating from a deficit. Those are two big wins for the plaintiff. There's still three other points that the plaintiffs have to prove in this litigation. First is something called reliance, that the investors who purchased or sold Tesla stock during this period were relying on the tweets when they made those investments. Another thing is called loss causation. They have to show that the tweets actually caused the stock price to increase, and then subsequently, when the truth came out that these tweets were false, that the stock price declined. And finally, and perhaps most critically, the plaintiffs will have to prove the amount of damages here. You can expect them to shoot for the stars. We can expect to see a number in the billions. So there's a lot of risk here.
Do you think it solidifies the role that tweets play in disclosure?
Yeah, I mean, tweets are limited. And Musk actually testified to this last week. He tries to argue that, the tweets weren't untrue, but he didn't have enough, because of the character limitations, he didn't have enough room to fully explain what he meant. But that right there is a reason not to use Twitter to disclose important company statements. It's not really going to be a good defense for him in the long run.